I don't know where I am. I think I lost them. Either it's multiple of them or one of them. I don't want to know. It's a blessing I even found something to write on. Otherwise, if whatever's stalking me doesn't kill me, then madness will. As I'm writing this, I'm cautiously looking over my shoulder, trying not to stay in one place for too long. It's only a matter of time before it finds me or if the surroundings change. They're always changing, morphing, adapting. It's as though every ounce of matter here is reading my thoughts, constantly putting me in the worst position for both my sanity and potential survival. I'm currently behind the counter in a dead mall. As to what store I'm in, I'm not sure. Didn't even bother to look. I was in a hurry. There was something big out there, I'm sure of it. I've been running from things like this as far as I can remember. I don't know how long ago it was, but as I was walking down a never-ending flight of stairs, spiraling down to what I was hoping was an exit, I could hear footsteps above me. It sounded like the pitter-patter of wet feet smacking the ground. I made sure it wasn't mine because when I took off my laced leather shoes and walked down the steps carefully, I could hear those unsettling footsteps creep down the stairs, like a child just stepping out of the pool. What's stranger was for every step I took, the footsteps took the same steps, as if they were mimicking me. I wasn't sure of the ramifications of this labyrinth, but it still bothers me that I've seen several horror movies, and yet I still called. Hello? Is anyone there? Nothing. Just echoes stretching from hundreds of miles of staircase. I stood there, waiting for an answer, waiting for a call, waiting for a sign. Time was obsolete in this place, so I couldn't quite tell if I sat there for 10 minutes, 40 minutes, or even an hour. Good thing I didn't stay long, or else those echoes would have clouded into paranoia. There was a distant wailing sound in the mall just now. I think it's aggravated, and more importantly, the environment is still intact. I should stay until it's gone or until it's far enough away. Anyway, I continued down the steps with something creeping above me. The thought didn't soothe me, but another came to mind, and it's something I shouldn't have done. I stopped my pace, and it stopped too. I wanted to see if whatever was following me was completely mimicking my movements. I gingerly took a step back up. I heard nothing. I took another step. Again, nothing. And to my greatest dread, when I stepped down, the thing was 2 steps ahead. My heart and stomach felt like something was twisting it with a corkscrew. I froze. There was someone or something up there. I didn't know what to do. Time felt like it froze, because what felt like 10 minutes turned out to be 2 hours, at least I thought. Then suddenly, I heard something impatiently step down above me. Without a second thought, I booked it. I ran down the flight of stairs with whatever it was following at the same pace. I didn't bother to ask who was there anymore. The wailing, it was farther, but the outside was different though. The tiles had a different pattern. There was an indoor meadow of artificial plants and new dead stores. I'm apprehensive to see this as an advantage. This place, it thinks. I need to stay vigilant. As I recalled, I was starting to lose breath down the stairs, but I was terrified that it will catch up. I stumbled, forgetting I was in socks, and I tripped, tumbling down the stairs. I coughed, continuing to crawl away. I didn't know how eager it got. Knowing it knew I fell down, but I didn't want to find out. My shoes were left behind, but I couldn't go back. I just kept slipping, fumbling and rolling down the steps in hopes that it would be faster. I kept tumbling, 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 and tumbling. My body felt numb and bruised until I found the red emergency exit sign. And with no hesitation, I bursted through the metal doorway, leaving it creaked open behind me. I vaguely remember being in an empty waiting lounge at doctor's office, with decay-colored carpet, wood-grain walls, and a few reception waiting chairs angled in weird directions. One of them was pointing towards the corner. There was also a soda machine with a can logo on it, but no brand. There was a sudden sound of wet feet behind me. It pains me to describe it. And then again, it was hiding in the shadows, staring. It had bloodshot eyes, the size of baseballs, with small red irises. It seemed malnourished, with visibly pale skin and thick joints. Its feet was drenched ankle-deep with dark liquid, which seemed to trickle down the stairs, and its hands, its claws were the size of rakes, and its mouth, that mouth, it's as if the jaws were unhinged and its mouth was stretched wide enough in diameter to bore down a whole person. It didn't make a sound. It stared, and I stared. It was too surreal, like seeing a mutilated body at a murder scene. It began to start making a creaking noise from its gaping throat, then started to groan eagerly. Just as I was going to wonder why it didn't make these noises earlier, it started revving up a siren-like screech, running down the stairway with its claws up like a peacock. In an instant, I slammed the door shut, jamming its fingers in the opening. They were like large, sharp spider legs. I bashed the door non-stop until the fingers retreated, finally rushing back up its domain. I panted, hyperventilating after what I just witnessed. I slid my back down against the door, laying on the ground. My face battered, my limbs weak, my heart racing, and my socks loose. If another monster appeared, I was good as dead. I shivered with both sweat and tears beating down my face. I breathed, trying to recuperate my senses. I decided to get up and fix the chairs around the room and organize them against the wall. Finally, I sat down. I wasn't sure what that thing was, nor what it's called. Before I moved on the next area, I decided to call it the Stairway Stalker. Those sounds, they're coming back. I should keep this, but more importantly, I need to bail. But I also need more paper.